Hello, welcome to our presentation about waiting for OPT approval from USCIS. After watching this video, you will be able to do the following. Understand the USCIS processing time and communications, understand the 60-day grace period while on OPT, understand how your EAD approval dates will be determined, know when you can begin working. What should you expect from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services? USCIS processing time is usually 1 to 4 months. Check current processing times at uscis.gov. When you apply for OPT, you will get a receipt number. Use this number to check the application status at uscis.gov. The case status tool is not very specific. The first status message will show your application receipt date. The status will not likely change again until OPT is approved, or if there is a problem. Sometimes USCIS denies an application or sends a request for evidence. Contact ISS immediately if you receive an RFE, denial, or rejected OPT application. ISS will review the case and advise you on next steps. We might need to issue a new OPT I-20. Students who do not apply for OPT have a 60-day grace period after graduation. The grace period requires a student to transfer to another school, change status, or leave the U.S. within 60 days of graduation. However, this 60-day grace period does not apply to you after you submit your OPT application to USCIS. You can stay in the U.S. as long as it takes USCIS to process your OPT. Your F1 status is extended. The 60-day grace period moves to the end of the OPT year as long as you follow the OPT rules. If you do not apply for OPT before graduation, you will be in your grace period following graduation. You can still apply for OPT. USCIS must receive your OPT application by the end of your 60-day grace period. After you apply for OPT to USCIS, your F1 status is extended and you are no longer in your grace period. You can apply for jobs and accept job offers while waiting for OPT approval. However, you cannot start your job until you receive your EAD, the Employment Authorization document. You will not know for sure your approved OPT start date until you receive your EAD. The OPT approval dates are printed on the EAD. If USCIS reviews your OPT application before your requested OPT start date, they will approve your requested start date. Or if USCIS processes your application after your requested start date, they will use their processing date as the OPT start date. The OPT end date is usually 12 months after the start date. However, there is a rule that the OPT year must be completed within 14 months of the I-20 program end date. If you apply near the deadline, you might lose OPT time. Here is a spring graduate example. The OPT application period began mid-March, 90 days before spring quarter ended. The student graduated June 10th. They applied for OPT to USCIS on July 11th in their 60-day grace period. They requested August 9th as their OPT start date, the latest possible requested start date. USCIS processing took 3 months. USCIS deferred the OPT start date to their processing date of October 10th. They approved OPT October 10th through August 8th the following calendar year, because the end date could not be more than 14 months after the June 10th program completion date. This is why we recommend you apply 3 months before graduation. Thank you for watching the video about waiting for OPT approval from USCIS. Next, please watch the video about OPT employment rules and reporting requirements.